And we're losing our way more than a feeling. Boston this morning on Sound Adventures. We are going live with Cam Wright. Mr. Wright, how are you today in House District 46?
I'm doing great, Eric. I'm getting ready for the nut fry tonight.
Everybody invited to tonight's nut fry, bull fries, Rocky Mountain oysters for your meet and greet tonight, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the Poultry Barn at the Albany County Fairgrounds Activities Area. What brings this about, Cam?
That was a good question. I've been going down Highway 130, Highway 230, trying to meet and talk to some of the ranchers and people that live down around there. And it was suggested in one of the conversations, they said, "Hey, you want to bring people together around here, have a good traditional nut fry." And I said, "That sounds like a great idea." So the last few weeks, with the help of a lot of people out there in the district, we've been putting this together.
Well, there's a lot of Wyoming that's born in this traditional way. This is a branding extravaganza. I really think the world of what brings community together, like brandings and Wyoming way of life.
I agree. It's just great.
You
And go ahead.
go ahead, tell me more.
I was just going to say just a great way to bring people together, and no matter what they plan to do at the polls, it's just good to get together and talk and understand what people's concerns are, and just get to know people.
So, how are you preparing for August 18th? Early voting underway since July 21st. This is prime time. This is winner take all into the November 3rd general election, don't you think?
Absolutely. So going around and knocking doors and talking to people and going out to community events. I know last night we were out at that event that Toyota hosts every year out at the golf course, talking to a lot of people, and it was just some good feedback from everybody. I think everybody seems to be pretty excited, and I think there's some momentum going. And if the people decide to send me to the legislature, I'll do the best job I can.
What are the keys that continue to rise to the top of conversation as you knock on doors and visit throughout Albany County?
Well, one thing I hear pretty consistently is, are you going to be somebody who will respond to us, who will show up at community events, and when we ask a question or tell you a concern, or you're actually going to get back to us and try to work on it? And my answer is yes. I will show up and I will try to work on your concerns, because that's what representative government's supposed to be about, right? Talk to the people, understand what they want and where their positions are, and try to represent them in that way in the legislature.
When you look at the issues that are most important that inspired you to actually run for office, uh, what what were those reasons for Cam Wright?
Well, certainly, wasn't that long ago when our public lands seemed to be in danger, and certainly that got me a little fired up, because that's part of Wyoming, right? To have access to our public lands, and certainly want our education systems to be strong so that our students can be well prepared for the future and build a good life. But I really want them to be able to have the choice of building a good life here in Wyoming. And so, that means to try to strengthen the economy, but also try to work in ways that they can afford a house and make sure that they have adequate and affordable health care, and things like that. And of course, me, I've always been a Second Amendment guy. I'm a life member of the NRA, and all of our private property rights and things. I just want to defend and promote what makes Wyoming so great.
One of the things that many people will talk proudly about in Wyoming is the University of Wyoming. How do you feel about the change at the top of the food chain at the University of Wyoming? A new president.
Mhm. New president who's had a long career in the military, and anyone who's been in the military or associated with the military knows that they actively promote and develop leaders. So I think what we've got at the top of the university now is an experienced leader, And he and I have not talked personally yet, but I hope that'll come in the future. And I really have a lot of hope that he will use that deep leadership experience to direct the university in a way that will help all of Wyoming.
Well, I appreciate you joining us quickly here this morning. I know you got a lot to prepare for this evening's 6 p.m. event at the Poultry Barn at the Albany County Fairgrounds, and that will be tonight. And who's welcome at tonight's bull fry?
Well, the poster says anyone in District 46, but at this point, I think anybody who wants to come should just show up. We've got not just bull fries, but we've got all sorts of sides and macaroni salad and red beans and rice, and we've got beer from Bonds. I mean, it's just going to be a great time.
One of the ways that we always self-invited in my neighborhood, if we missed the invitation, we brought pie. If you bring dessert, you are always welcome at the table for at least a couple seats at the edge of the table. And we hope that the neighborhood comes together for your event. This segment. Bought and paid for by you, Mr. Wright. Thank you for supporting the talk shop with your information. And as your campaign goes, we wish you and yours the very, very best. We're gonna highlight some things coming up this weekend. What's on your slate through the weekend after tonight's nut fry? What can we expect for your schedule going forward?
Well, tomorrow, on Saturday morning, we've got it's Lemonade Day, right? So all the kids around town have their lemonade stands, and so Becky, my wife, and I will be going around to different lemonade stands to try to support the kids. And then I think it starts at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. There's a event at the Centennial Library, obviously out at Centennial, and that's invited various candidates from around the state. I'm not sure who's showing up, but I will certainly be there and talk to the people out there.
Well, we're going to add to those two events the Waikolo Lodge area. They're doing the Waikolo Volunteer Fire Department fundraiser. That'll be like a noon to 4 event. So we're gonna make our way from our meeting with the Saratoga Platte Valley Chamber of Commerce at breakfast tomorrow morning, and we're gonna make our way winding back through Waikolo area to that Volunteer Fire Department fundraiser. We really appreciate all who have come together to support that type of money
Mhm.
gathering that supports public safety. And I know you know very well, serving in the military, how important public protection can be.
Absolutely. We've tried to make all of the different fire departments when they've had their events, and we'll try to get down there to Waikolo too. It's hard to be in two places at once, though.
We spread thin, don't we? Hey,
Yeah.
you've helped me highlight a few of the things going on Saturday. Lemonade Day. What takes you, really grounds you with that event around the city of Laramie?
Well, it's just great because it's all around, in front of various businesses and places around. But these are kids, they're learning a little bit about commerce, a little bit about business, and they're trying to support different events or charities or things like that. And it's just great to see the look on the kids' faces.
Well, Cam Wright, in House District 46 2026 race, we wish you the best, and we will see you this evening at the Albany County Fairgrounds, 6 p.m. at the Poultry Barn. It's Cam Wright, House District 46 Nut Fry. This bull fry brought to you. Who are the supporters making this possible for you, Cam?
Well, it's really my wife and I, and some JT Nunn and some of the ranchers around are contributing with lots of effort and bringing the nuts and the vats and the oil and everything. So it's really a sort of a combined effort.
Cam Wright, we appreciate you joining us this morning on the Talk Shop.
All
We'll
right.
be back in a moment after this.
Thanks, Eric.